they lost the toss. They are the home team, or the visiting team. Lombard is the home team. Let's go through the starting lineup for the Sheboygan A's, their batting order. Leading off, Alex Ames will lead it off in right field. Batting second is Gus Walker. Gus in center field. Harry Stout is batting third at third. John Hadley is the first baseman, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Jacob Neese. Neese over at second base. The DH tonight is Connor Lash. Connor had a big game a couple of days ago, the 2-home run game. He'll be in the lineup tonight. Good to see that. Cal Casper will be doing the catching, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Blaine Bradford, the shortstop. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Carter Cayley. On the mound for the A's will be Sawyer Kolakowski. Around the diamond for Lombard, their pitcher tonight, starting pitcher is Kendall Lyons. The catcher is Ricky Colazzo. Over at first base is David Colley. At second base is Jackson Spring. At third base, Pambo Nicolotis. And at shortstop, Jordan Vasquez. Out in left field is Wyatt Warrow. In center field is Charlie Perrell. And in right field is Will Potter. Alliance's first pitch is a strike, and we're off. Sheboygan comes in 7-5 on the year. They lost a tough one at West Dallas the other night in extra innings, 5-4. Looking to bounce back after that tough loss. The A's are now 1-3 in the state league. A bad start to their season. Winning at least 2 out of 3 this weekend in the challenge is extremely important. The one thing that is concerning regarding the A's is a lack of getting runners home. They stranded 15 runners at West Dallas the other night, and I know we did a game here a couple, maybe last week, where they lost a game and left 11 guys on base. They need to clean that up.
Funny thing about that, Marty, they left 15 runners on. They still got 4 runs.
Yeah, right. Should have had more. Needed a couple more to win that game. Last year against Lombard, Sheboygan was 1-4. All time, Sheboygan is only 37-1-11. Lombard has really had it their way through the long association in the state league. Pop up in fall territory and out of play.
Yeah, you're saying, how tough of a team they are to beat. They've won the state league 25 times.
Yeah, right. The Orioles also play in the Chicago Suburban League. They're 4-2 in that league. They're 1-2 in the state league. They lost to Addison the other night, 8-7. 2-1. That's what I said. Weren't you listening over there? Ball falls straight back. Good job by Alex Ames to hang in there. Addison won the state league last year. They were 16-6. Right behind them was Green Bay. I believe they were 14-8. Pitch is up high.
Yeah, it's a huge weekend for Sheboygan. They got 3 games in the state league. You start off slow at 1-3. If they could get back up to at least 3-4, it'd be a great start momentum-wise for them. Game
time temperature is 52 degrees. Skies are cloudy. It's cold and it's windy. And that pitch just off the outside corner. Lions didn't like the call. Ames did, and he'll head to first base. The Orioles had a couple of award winners last year. Why don't you go through that, Lucas?
Yeah, they had Rookie of the Year, Charlie Parcell, who's definitely not, as we will see soon, he's not off to as hot a start as he was last year. And then Tyler Bartzik was the Rookie of the Year in the pitcher. And Jeff Vukovic was the manager of the year. And He's won that, I'm sure, multiple times with how good the Orioles have been in
Yeah,
his time there.
I think I saw the number. It's pretty outrageous. I mean, it's 17 or so times. Guess that's what happens when your team keeps taking first place. Gus Walker hitting. Gus having a tough start to the year. He's 2 for 16, only hitting 111. We expect that to go up.
Yeah, he's gotten on base a few times with the walks. He's one of the leaders in walks, but hitting-wise hasn't been a great start to the year for him so far.
That'll pick up, you got to figure. Lyons is on the mound for Lombard. He's has one start, and he's won that ball game. Only went 4 innings. Did have 7 strikeouts in that game to go along with 4 walks, so does have some control issues. And we're actually seeing that in this first inning.
We're talking about Gus, you know, how valuable it is when he gets on base for the A's with his steal base ability and just his speed all around and in the outfield especially.
Thank Maddie Annalise. She's here for the first time this year. She went and got umpires' names. Doug Steinke is behind the plate. We've seen Doug plenty over the last couple of years. And Steve Walsh, old friend of mine from Manitowoc, originally is on the bases. Both those umpires do a fine job, despite what CJ says up here in the booth. A good fastball, but again, it's up high. Evens the count at 2-2. Each team plays 3 games, Lucas, in this State League Challenge. Sheboygan will play their other 2 tomorrow. 2 o'clock game, and I believe CJ said that's the first game of the day.
It is
2 o'clock.
3
wow.
games on Saturday.
Yeah. Here. They're playing at the Field of Dreams much earlier, and I think you can get into those games free. Boy, look at the wind blow on his pants. Walker hanging in there. 3-2 pitch was in the strike zone, but he fouled it off.
Been a very odd summer so far.
It is. It hasn't been real conducive to baseball.
80 at Tuesday, and then now we're back here at what, 50, 55?
Pitch is in the dirt. So Lyons starts off the ball game with a couple of walks. See if Sheboygan can capitalize.
I think I've got an idea, Marty, on why he only went the 4 innings with the pitches he's thrown per batter so far. He's walked the first 2, and they've been a lot of pitches, 6+ at least, both of them.
Harry from West Bend, stepping up to bat. Hitting .323. Does that grade? Does that mean he's leading the club? 9 RBIs, 8 walks, leads the club in those departments. That first pitch is right in there for a strike.
And we've mentioned it many times how Harry likes to take that first pitch a lot of times, get a feel for the pitcher, especially in his first at bat against him.
Get a good look at him. Harry checks his swing, but it's in the strike zone for strike 2. No flag again in center field. It's hard to tell what the wind is doing out there. It's been windy mostly all day. The pitch is outside. It's been not a very nice day, Lucas.
Yeah, no. Cloudy all day, windy, cold. Mid-June.
Harry with a big swing and a miss. Good fastball by Lyons. Gets the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up John Hadley.
It's been a weird start to the year for this Lombard team. I mean, they are still 2-1 in the conference and 4-4 overall, but they've lost the last 3 games. Started off 4-1. They've lost their own, especially to Addison. How many times have they lost to Addison in the past years?
Alrighty, runners on first and second for Sheboygan. They're trying to get some runs in. Lions started the ball game walking the first 2 batters before getting Harry to strike out. Hadley's up. Hadley's had a slow start to his season, hitting 111 with 1 RBI. Does have 6 walks.
Kind of crazy. He's only been here for what, a week? 6
Yeah,
walks.
right. That's impressive for sure. Here comes the pitch. Inside corner for a strike. John is one of the 2 players that play at UW Milwaukee. Horn is the other. He's not here tonight.
All weekend looks like he's going to be gone.
Yeah, Braden Horn. He's up there on the list of hitters. And a call, strike 3. Breaking pitch caught the inside corner. That was a dandy. And that brings up Jacob Neese. Boy, just when it looked like we were in great shape, all of a sudden, Lions comes back to strike out a pair.
At Lions, you looked right, as we said before the game, 4 innings, 7 strikeouts,
Yeah.
and 4 walks. He's already got 2 strikeouts and 2 walks.
Jacob takes that first pitch outside for ball 1. Jacob coming into the ball game is at 261. Was the team's MVP last year. Big swing and a miss.
Hey, been with the A's for a while, hit around what he's hitting now at the 250, 260 range. Then last year, a breakout year or so, I'll say, and 290.
Was just a touch away from that magic 300 mark. He's flirting with it most of the year.
Even though he's not hitting the same average, he's still got 7 RBI and 7 walks, near the team lead of Harry in both.
Right,
categories.
yep. Does have a double and a home run on the year. Displayed good power. Swing and a foul tick right into the mitt of the catcher, Collazo. Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. That pitch gets away. Give him a pass ball. It's a well-oiled machine up here, Matty. 3-2 pitch coming up. Runners advance to second and third. Hit could score 2. And Jacob takes one right on the outside corner. After 2 walks to lead off the inning, Lions comes back to strike out the side.
Oh, shoot. Dang.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Sawyer Kolakowski warming up, getting ready to face the Orioles. Defensively for Sheboygan, they have John Hadley over at first base. Jacob Neese is at second. Harry Steltz at third. Playing shortstop tonight is Blaine Bradford. Around the outfield from left to right, we have Carter Calley, Gus Walker, and Alex Ames. Our catcher is Cal Casper, and like I mentioned earlier, Sawyer Kolakowski is on the mound. Sawyer making his first start of the year. This is his fifth appearance, but only his first start. Comes into the game with a 2.25 ERA. Wyatt Warrow is the leadoff hitter for the Orioles. He plays left field. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Orioles off to a pretty mediocre start, hitting .231, 3 walks and RBI.
That'd be a career year for me.
Same.
Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sawyer came a little more sidearm than he normally does on that pitch.
One thing we always rave about with Sawyer is the velocity that he throws on the mound. It's always, can he throw strikes consistently enough?
You're reading my mind, Lucas. This is getting scary. What I don't like, because he does have trouble with his control, I'd like to see him pitch from the same arm slot all the time instead of mixing it up like that. I just think that throws him off.
Thing is, a lot of times with guys who throw velocity, especially like you look at the MLB or Aroldis Chapman, if he's a tick below what he normally is, he gets hit around really hard. But if he's right where his highest velocity, he's very tough to hit off of.
Velocity-wise, I think with the Orioles, it maybe doesn't play as much as it would with some other teams because they're such good players. Oro lines a base hit right up the middle. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Jordan Vasquez. I always like it when I say a name and then Bill announces the hitter and we're pronouncing it the same way. Can't tell you the number of times I'm waiting for him to announce the batter so I know how to say the name.
Yeah, we were talking earlier as well, you know, the A's are missing a lot of their starters with Jurgensen and Horn being 2 of the main ones, and also the Orioles were supposed to have missing a good chunk of their players as well.
Good breaking pitch by Kolakowski. Wonder if Riley Palmquist is here tonight.
I did see him.
Okay.
I did see him.
Pitch just a touch inside. Or saying it's a foul tick and caught by Casper. Vasquez is a strikeout victim.
I didn't see it.
It's
I thought that was inside.
you know, believe it or not, I could hear it a little bit. I thought it looked a little funny.
I thought it was just a glove pop.
Charlie Parcell up. Mentioned Charlie was the Rookie of the Year last year for position players.
Hitting just 150 to start this year.
Yeah, we'd like to see that continue. Nothing against you, Charlie. Slow roller. And a quick pickup and throw to first by Neese. And 2 outs on the play. Oro advances to second base, and that brings up the number 4 hitter, Ricky Colazzo, the catcher.
Yeah, this is a guy you gotta be aware of if you're the A's. He's hitting 360 with 4 RBIs and home runs, so hitting cleanup for a reason, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. Hadley, couple steps off the line over at first base, way behind the bag. We're not. You mentioned something about if Sheboygan brings in a relief pitcher. It's do we
Yeah.
know any order of that? You said you talked to
was-
one of your buddies.
He was saying, well, it'd be him. David Vanek would probably be the
Okay.
first relief pitcher. We haven't seen him yet this year, but I've seen a fair share of him in my time in high school.
Yeah, I bet. In the halls mostly.
Yeah.
A good breaking pitch. Swung on and missed.
Really
2
sim-
balls and 1 strike. Ball is hit hard but foul. Sawyer coming into tonight through 4 innings, had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts.
There it is, like you mentioned again, that little more, a different arm slot, kind of goes more sidearm. I don't know what his meaning is for that. It's not like he's throwing a different pitch.
Yeah, exactly. 3-2 pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Good inning by Sawyer. After 1 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
Fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
You serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the 2nd inning. Just a reminder, Sheboygan is the visitor in this game. We mentioned that it's a state league challenge. All the teams in the state league will play 3 games this weekend. All the games are 7 innings, and Sheboygan's 2nd and 3rd games will be tomorrow. They play Kenosha at 2 o'clock, and then they also play at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and that's against Addison. Sheboygan has had pretty good success against both of those clubs over the years.
Addison seems like a different team this year, so far at least.
Yes.
I mean, last year when we played Addison, it was like they couldn't get a run even throughout the whole entire weekend, and then now they're putting up 5+ runs per game.
Right, yeah. Sometimes, teams have a tough season and they pick up a couple of good players, and it's just enough to change everything around and make you a successful ball club. Connor Lash getting ready to step up to the plate.
He's been the big power guy so far. All of them have come in the same game, just 2 home runs, but still lead the team.
Connor has got his 2 home runs. And he's got 5 RBIs. Thank you very much.
Carter's stats are an update on this though.
Okay.
So
Not a lot of people in the house tonight, and that's understandable. Very late start, uncharacteristically late. And the weather, frankly, sucks. That was a 5-letter word, by the way, Maddie.
concession stand's open though, Marty.
Well, yeah, but I had a big supper.
Oh,
I had my Friday fish at home.
okay. Friday fish fry.
Line drive into right center field is going to drop for a hit. Nice piece of hitting there by Connor. And that brings up Cal Casper. Cal's got a couple of doubles this year. Struggling with his batting average at 188. Had a good start to the year, but it's always tough for a kid coming right out of high school to start playing against big guys, old guys like this.
Hey, he's been a good catcher behind the plate though. Strong arm, as we've seen a couple of times.
Yes, he is definitely a very good catcher.
A lot of times with catchers, you can sacrifice the bat a little bit if they got such a good glove. I think also the A's are still trying to figure out that position catcher, who's going to be the main starter. It looks like Cal so far, but Connor Lash is also.
Well, you know, the other guy that's really been hitting good is Ty Witek.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very strong position this year for Sheboygan, that catcher spot. And I think it was Bill was mentioning the other night how young they are.
Yep.
Oldest guy is 20. 2-1 pitch. That's fouled back. Sitting up, well, standing up here actually, looking around the park, we could be pretty easy to count up the number of fans in the stands.
Yeah. CJ was going 15 and a half. You think over?
I got over.
I said 55, but I'm guessing that's under.
Looks like Lombard brought two. The bleachers on the first base side, there's 2 fans over there. Call, strike 3.
Number 4 already for Lions on strikeouts.
There's something we haven't done this year. We haven't announced the attendance.
We
I
haven't been
remember.
given it.
I know. Well, sometimes you gotta, make an effort to ask, and then hopefully they'll bring it up. But not a real big crowd tonight. Hopefully it'll be better tomorrow. Weather should be much nicer, sunny and warmer.
You think Muck could still get $100 out of this?
Definitely not tonight. Kevin would be hard pressed to get it up to $70, I think. Blaine Bradford up. Brownsburg, Indiana native. Okay, where's Miles College?
No clue.
No
Put that
clue.
down, I don't know. I can look it up quick.
Yeah, let's check that out. Miles College. You know what?
What?
I know where it's at.
Do you?
Just down the road. Miles. By the way, CJ, did I tell you I got a Father's Day gift early? A pen. It writes underwater. And it also writes other words.
Darn it.
Swing and a miss.
Don't know if it's the same one, but what I saw, Fairfield, Alabama.
Wow, That is a long
I
ways
don't
away.
know if it's the same one, but Miles
Miles College.
could be very well.
Blaine Bradford playing shortstop
Google's
tonight,
first
batting in
option
the 8th
was
spot.
Alabama.
Down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. And not a good swing on that pitch. Another strikeout for Lions. And that brings up our number 9 hitter, Carter Callie, who's actually leading the ball club in hitting.
Yeah,
No!
Nope.
Don't, okay. This time we can look at the
Yep,
sheet
yep,
that
that-
Tim gave
that
us.
one I
Okay,
was rushing.
Carter is hitting at 429. 3 for 7.
This is right.
Carter from Suamico. That's up by Green Bay. Best part about his page on Lucas's computer is he goes to UW Lacrosse. Ooh, that one hurt. Well, again, Sheboygan has runners on base. Let's see if they can get them home. Alex Ames is up next. Plymouth, Wisconsin native. He walked his first time, was stranded at third, pardon me.
It's been kind of a tale of two outcomes so far for Lions. It's either been a strikeout or a walk or a hit by pitch.
That's
sort of
right.
inning. You do up the hit to Lash, but other than that, it's been just walks and strikeouts.
Speaking of hits, it's nice to get one early in the game. We had to wait till was it the 8th inning the other night?
Yep.
Another pitch that got away from the Lombard catcher. Runners are going to move up to second and third.
Yeah, we've seen, what, 2 hits in the last 11 innings almost?
Is that right?
Mm.
Ames hitting 200. Time to get that batting average up. Come on, Alex. No score. We're in the top of the second. That ball bounces away from the catcher again. And Sheboygan has a run on the board. Connor Lash scoring on the pass ball. You know,
I mean, we'll take it.
I'm just wondering what's going on between Lions and his catcher, because it just seems like he's not picking up the ball very well.
Yeah, he's gone out there 2 times now in this inning to talk to him. So maybe he's crossing him up. Some sort.
Pitches down low, makes it 3-0. Gus Walker waiting on deck. Sheboygan getting a gift run from Lombard. And the pitch is way high. Second walk for Alex in the ball game.
And that was a thing that he was so good at last year. We keep talking about his average not being great, but his on-base percentage was crazy.
Right. Keep a guy like that in the order, right? Keep
For
batting.
sure.
Gus Walker up. Gus also drew a walk in the first inning. You forgot to bring your pitch counter tonight.
Yeah, I should have brought it.
Lions has got a lot of pitches so far in the ball
That's for
game.
sure.
Kendall Lyons comes set at the belt. Pitches up high. And a run is going to come in for Sheboygan again on the bad throw by Collazo. He is having a very bad night. Give Ames a stolen base.
Was it now 3 pass balls and an error on the
Yeah,
wild throw?
yeah, exactly. E2, that could be a Culver's error, huh?
Gotta be.
Butterburger. A good fastball threw it right by Gus. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sheboygan with a runner on third. Let's get that runner home.
Great time for Gus to get going if he can get this one in.
Pitch in the dirt. Colazo able to handle that one. He's had his trouble back there. Two pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Lions, but not before Sheboygan comes up with 2 runs in the inning. After an inning and a half, Sheboygan on top 2-0.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
We were talking about Gus Walker during the break, and Gus has struggled this year with his hitting, but for single season leaders, he's ranked number 5 with 85 hits back in 2022. He hasn't come close to that mark in any of the other years, but he's shown that he can hit. He's just been struggling. That ball is foul right down the third base side. Good thing, otherwise that would have been extra bases. Congratulations again to Harry on his 700th hit.
And 500 RBI last night too.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah. Times when you gotta read the CJ's game recaps.
I should. Get brownie points for reading it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I'm open for.
More important for the interns. Maddie, paying attention? Fly ball out to center field. Gus makes a one-handed grab for the out. And that retires David Colley. Jackson Spring. Jackson Spring is up.
He doesn't have anything.
Not on there, huh?
Didn't even have a number on their roster either, so it's got to be one of his first games, if not his first game.
Yeah, you'd think. Jackson fouling that one straight back.
Hitting 6th in the order though, so you think that solid player at least, especially in this Lombard lineup.
Lombard stays at La Quinta when they're here for this challenge weekend, right by the Luigi's restaurant, and I guess they had their before game dinner there tonight, which they do most times. They come up for the challenge, There's a breaking ball in for call, strike 3. Kolakowski looking good so far.
Even if he's pitching good, he's never really been a guy that's gone high in the pitch count. I would think that maybe 4 or 5, even if he stays consistent, would be probably his max.
I remember one year, challenge in the State League Challenge. It was after the game, and they were walking out, and I was talking to one of the players. Came to Sheboygan to play with his team, and I said, "Oh, where are you guys staying?" And he mentioned where he's staying. I said, "How come you guys aren't staying at the American Club?" You know what he said to me? "Oh, this one guy and his wife are staying there." Line drive up the middle, a base hit for Will Potter. Second hit for Lombard in the ball game, and that's going to bring up Pambo Nicolotis.
Yeah, Potter, I didn't get a chance to mention, he got a hit the first pitch. He's hitting 500. He only played one game, but he's hitting 500 with 2 walks and 5 RBIs. Maybe played more than one.
Yeah, Nicolotis struggling. He's hitting 200 on the year.
4 games.
Only been at bat 5 times, or has 5 at bats. Pop up on the infield, and Hadley can handle it. And not a good effort by the boys. I think that really should have been Jacob Neese's ball. He had a better angle coming over. But as it is, it's going to drop in for a base hit. And that's going to bring up the number 9 hitter. Cody Freitas is up.
Yeah, really weird play. I can't imagine that Hadley would have called him off in that situation, being the angle that he had. But
yeah. Lombard threatening. You can't give a team like Lombard breaks like that. They capitalize on it frequently.
Especially when they're giving you breaks.
Exactly. Corner to Harry, backhands. Toss across is in time. Nice play by Harry. And that ends the Lombard second. A good comeback after not a very good defensive play, but after 2 complete, Sheboygan still on top.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the top of the third. Sheboygan got a couple of gift runs in the second, and they lead it 2-0. On a disturbing note, even though we have the lead, Kendall Lyons, the Oriole pitcher, has struck out 6 Sheboygan A's in 2 innings.
It's kind of weird. He struck out the side both times, and he hasn't given up an earned run yet, and yet his team's down by 2 runs.
Yeah. Sheboygan with 1 hit in the ball game. Lombard has 3. That brings up Harry Stelt. Harry, a strikeout victim in the first.
Yeah, you need a hit. This is the guy you look towards.
Okay, we know that Harry is comfortable taking pitches, and that you swing on the first pitch this time.
And
He throws one in there.
Maybe more comfortable now after that first step at. You never know. He did strike out, so I wouldn't be surprised if he took that first pitch. But
Harry swinging at that first pitch, but bounces it foul down the right field side. Potter chasing over and getting that foul ball.
oh, something I just noticed, Marty. You don't see very often the white jerseys.
Ah, yes,
Yeah,
you're right.
normally it's either
We
the
don't
red
see
ones
it
or the black
Right.
that we see at least.
They look good in white.
We were just, CJ was just telling us earlier they were selling away the gray jerseys officially.
You see, every once in a while, you'll see A's fans, you know, with their jerseys that they bought from the team store. Harry cracked his bat, hit it right off the end of the bat, cracked it, so he's got a new bat. See if this one has a hit in it. Good fastball. Strike two. Kenny Nazy coaching at third. Who is it? That's oh, Bill's saying nobody's coaching first. We have somebody, but we don't have a name on that young man. New player. They're pitching in the dirt. Evens the count at 2-2.
You were saying earlier about the strikeouts that Lions got so far. He's yet to record an in-play out.
Yeah. That's not good. You gotta start hitting the ball. Harry fouls that one out of play. I believe it stayed in the ballpark. It's in the foul ball area, bullpen area, behind the Lombard dugout. 2-2 pitch again. Overthrew that pitch. Lions trying to put a little extra on it. Lions not a real big guy, but he's got pretty good velocity. Swing and a miss, got Harry again. And strikeout number 7 for Lions.
I mean, this is incredible what he's doing so far. And you look at now in his 2 starts, he's pitched, what, 6 and a third innings, and he's got 14 strikeouts.
Yeah. Amazing. John Hadley was called out on strikes. His first at bat. So far in the ball game, we made an issue of it before the game that Sheboygan needs to. They get runners on, they got to get them home. And so far in this game, they've left 3 runners on base. Swinging a foul tick right into the mitt of the catcher. No balls and 2 strikes. Not giving Sawyer much comfort, not much of a comfort zone, only 2 runs.
One thing that we were talking about in the last game when they only had the 1 hit and the 4 runs is how disciplined this team is and how they can get on base without needing hits and just walking. That's what they've done tonight. I mean, they've got 2-3 walks already and a hit by pitch.
1 ball, 2 strike pitch coming up. Hadley takes that one on the inside corner. Another called strikeout. That is the 4th strikeout that's been a called strikeout to go along with 4 swinging strikes, and that brings up Jacob Neese. Mentioned Jacob, an interesting case with his high school career. He listed as living in Elkhart Lake, but he attended Sheboygan North High School. That's where Maddie went to school. Golden Raider. And you went where?
You know where.
Sheboygan Lutheran. Home of the Crusaders. 1-1 is the count. Jacob trying to make some noise. Didn't look very good on that swing. A lot of games tomorrow, starting at 11 o'clock at the Field of Dreams. There's a called strike 3. We'll finish that thought when we come back.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
As I was mentioning, tomorrow the State League Challenge continues. There are games starting at 11 o'clock at the Field of Dreams. The first game at Wildwood tomorrow will be at 2 o'clock. That's when Sheboygan will play Kenosha. Hope to see you at the ballpark for that game. If not, you can watch us on live stream like you're doing tonight. Why don't you give us that little update you were telling the guys up in the press box about Lions from the Orioles?
Yeah, so far this year, he's pitched in 2 games and 7 total innings so far. 16 strikeouts, 7 innings.
Yeah,
9 already tonight.
Line drive gets through the infield out into right field. Oro with a hit. And you were saying?
2 hits?
2 hits for him. Jordan Vasquez, the shortstop, is up next. He's the number 2 hitter in the Oriole lineup.
Lions is kind of overshadowing what Kolkowski's done so far. He's been really solid. 3 strikeouts of his own.
First pitch is in for a strike. Oro easing off the bag at first. He's their left fielder. You'd think he has pretty good speed, batting leadoff and playing in the outfield. Cal Casper wants to go out and talk to his pitcher.
A lot of mound visits between both teams now.
Yeah, right.
Saw Collazo go out there a few times in the second, and now Casper's out there with Kolkowski.
So what do you do with a drunken sailor? Could you play that song at a high school game? 1-1 is the count. Runner on first. Breaking ball is just a little bit high.
Looked like Casper gave up on that one a little bit early. Kind of came back in the zone a little bit, but tough to frame it.
Yes. And it was a little bit up. That ball in the dirt gets away from Hadley. And Morrow is going to go to second base on an E1. Sawyer allowed Morrow to get on base in the first inning, but then retired the next three, two of them via strikeout. Let's see if he can replicate that in the third. Sheboygan up, but only by 2. That pitch is up high. First walk of the ball game. And that brings up Charlie Parcell.
Even with the slow start, like mentioned before, they still believe him, having him in the 3-hole after winning that Rookie of the Year.
There's a bunt down the third base side, and that's going to be a base hit. Beautiful bunt by Parcell, and definitely had Sheboygan fooled on that play. And now the Orioles have the bases loaded and nobody out, and their number 4 hitter up.
And arguably one of their best.
Yeah, Colazo, although he was a strikeout victim first time. Big swing and a miss.
On a ground ball in the infield, are you coming home first? Or you just trying to get that double play?
The infield's back, so they're going to go for the double play.
Which would make sense. You can cede that 1 run, have 2 runs ahead.
Well, Casper on a great play, ricocheted off the cement behind home plate, and if that gets by him, that runner on third may have tried to score, but when he was able to corral it off the ricochet, it forced the runner at third to stay there.
That would have been a surefire run if that wasn't concrete and that backstop right there.
1-1 pitch coming up. Another big swing and a miss.
Lazo so far in the first 2 at-bats hasn't been able to catch up to that velocity from Kolakowski.
See if he tones down his swing to make contact. Breaking ball in there for a called strike 3. Great work by Casper and Kolakowski. It's a great call and then a great pitch. Colley is up. David is playing at first base tonight.
Another really good hitter for him, hitting north of 370.
Ooh, boy. There's a bouncing ball to second. Neese gets the force at second. The relay is not in time. Not a good throw. Hadley able to scoop it out. So a run does score.
That ball looked like it really never had a chance to turn 2, and they almost made a play on it.
Right.
I mean, Bradford, I think, kind of panicked originally because he realized he didn't have much time to make a play on it. Still made a nice job.
Yeah, Jackson Springer up. There's a bouncing ball up the middle. Bradford has it, flips to second, laying on his belly, able to get the toss over to Neese for the force out. After 3 complete, Sheboygan on top. Now it's 2-1.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to start the top of the fourth. Connor Lash, who has the lone Sheboygan hit, will lead it off. We mentioned Connor leads the ball club in home runs with 2. Had those at Addison on Sunday.
A lone win in that series.
Lone win in a series. It was scheduled to be a doubleheader on Sunday, but weather prevented the second game from being played. Eric Schmitz had a nice outing in that first game and was supported by Lash's 2 homers.
And he got a 600th strikeout part of the A's in that game too. Guy we don't really see as often as like a Reclitus or Ryan Flesh, Eric Schmitz. Still,
Right, yep.
But still definitely part of that really solid rotation for the A's.
The big 3 starting rotation for Sheboygan over the last 3 or 4 years now. Were you here? I can't remember the kid's name, but we came into the season, the big 3, and this guy actually played in the Wood Bat League, Northwoods League, I think the next year. But he just had a great year for us. It's like we had 4 really, really good starting pitchers.
I don't think so. I don't remember.
Coons, that was his first name. Blake Coons.
That was before me, though. I don't remember.
The year before, I think, then Lucas came on the next year.
My first year was with Council and Hanson.
Yeah. That was a nice.
Yeah, we talked about that
group.
before.
Brings up Cal Casper.
Oh, by the way, first in, play out.
That's right. First in, play out. Lash grounding out to second base.
And it's not just been Lions either. The team ERA for Lombard is 2.09 so far this year.
That's very impressive. Yeah, and it's going down tonight. Both of our runs are unearned. Well, we have a fan right below us standing in the walkway, and he's oh, that's Hunter. His hair is blowing around. Holy cow, it's windy out there.
He doesn't have the A's stuff on. That's why.
I figure by game 20 at home, and then we'll know who Hunter is. He's a pretty quiet guy. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Evens count at 2-2.
Lions has worked that outside corner a couple times tonight, especially now we just saw with Casper, but also Nisak a few times. He got that outside corner call, and Walker once.
2-2 pitch. Outside. Hey, Hunter, figuring it's pretty cold out there, maybe I'll come up into the press box. Hey, keep the door closed. 3-2 pitch coming up. Casper battling up there. And works the walk. Good job, Cal.
Now, even with the strikeouts and the walks, It's been a ton of pitches thrown by Lions, and we mentioned that even earlier in this game. But also, it doesn't look like they got a whole ton in the dugout where they could even go to someone else.
Yeah. Now, even though Cal Casper is a catcher, he's got very, very good speed. It wouldn't be surprising to see if he tries to steal second. Pitch is just off the outside corner for a ball. Blaine Bradford struck out his first time up. Kind of gets redundant. Everybody's first time up seems like they struck out.
He's not alone.
There's a line drive base hit to left. That sounded nice. Sheboygan with runners on first and second and one out. And Carter Cayley is up.
He didn't even get a chance to do anything. First pitch, hit by pitch.
Yeah, he got... I bet that still stings. Hit by a pitch. CJ was mentioning our 3, 4, and 5 hitters are 0 for 6 with 6 strikeouts. It's the other part of the order that's doing some damage. Cayley falls that one down the left field side. Casper on at second. Bradford at first. Pitch in the dirt. Good stop by Collazo. Keep the runners from advancing.
I'll stand corrected on no other options. There's some action over there. CJ mentioned that Orioles bullpen. A couple guys warming up. See how long Lions has. I think the goal maybe.
You know, they just may be warming up, not practicing pitching. Carter had a good swing at that, but fouled it back.
The goal could be 4 innings like Lions last time, but.
Well, we've mentioned this in the past. When you're playing 7-inning ball games, it's important to get the lead. So you don't have many innings to work with if you're trying to come back. Swing and a miss.
Double digits.
2 outs. We're back to the top of the order. Alex Ames. Alex has been on twice with 2 walks. Alex attends Concordia College, or Concordia University, pardon me. A good fastball by Lyons.
I feel like you could have said that a lot of times tonight, the way he's been pitching.
Casper edging off the bag at second. Doesn't go. Another pitch in the dirt. Doug Steinke coming out to brush off home plate.
Ames walked his first 2 times, both in the first and second inning.
One pitch coming up. And another pitch off the mid of Collazo. Boy, oh boy. I wonder what's happening with him. 1, 2, 3,
4, I think it is.
4 pass balls.
Been a rough night back there.
Pitches outside. 3-1 is the count.
And normally when we say it with the pass ball and stuff, normally it's because the pitcher's been throwing a lot of pitches in the dirt, spike a lot of pitches, made it tough. But really, it hasn't been that from Lions so far.
Oh, actually, the ones in the dirt he does better with. He's been able to block most of those. Ames not happy with that. He thought he had the walk.
Yeah, you know, it's just been the zone all night. Has been the outside corner a little bit off the edge, so like it or not.
Runners will not be going on this 3-2 pitch. And that pitch is outside. Loads the bases for Gus. Gus is 0 for 1. Walked in the first and struck out in the second.
5 walks, 10 strikeouts.
With
for
the
Lions.
addition of Calvin Kiesler, who is not here tonight, Gus has not been playing as much as he's used to. Kiesler has been starting in center field. And you can't argue with that because his batting average, Calvin's, is over 300. Pitch just nicks the inside corner, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, Calvin had that hot start that I couldn't stop talking about that one week, and he's kind of kept it going and still hitting over 350. I think it is 381. I think
Yeah, 381 it was, right. Gus pops that one up down the right field side, but out of play.
Problem for Gus now, getting 2 strikes on Lions. The way he's pitched tonight, it's a really dangerous situation to be in.
Ames is on first. Bradford's at second. Casper's at third. 1-2 pitch coming up. Behind and in the dirt, it gets past Collazo, and another run is going to come in. That's going to be a wild pitch.
You giving an earned run on that one, then, Marty?
That'll be an earned run, yes.
Just not the type of things you see from Lombard.
No, it's
Wild pitches, pass balls. The strikeouts, maybe, but.
Good fastball. Walker swings and misses, but Sheboygan does come up with another run. After 3.5, Sheboygan on top, 3-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'll take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Will Potter will lead it off for the Orioles. They trail Sheboygan by a score of 3-1. See Jeff Vukovic walking over to take his position as the third base coach. Doug Steinke taking his spot behind the catcher. And they are both bundled up.
Do you blame him?
Heck no. Not in the least.
You don't see many winter coats in the stands in June, that's for sure. Unless it's Clifford.
Where's Clifford when we need him?
That's why I say you don't see many. You still see some.
Well, we got a tassel hat in front of us without the tassel. Summer solstice, June 21st, is that right? It's a lot of science coming from a gym teacher. Scary. Stay in your lane, Marty. Getting ripped by the other side of the press box. There's a nice breaking pitch in there. Evens count now, 2-2. Lucas has mentioned it earlier, but Kolakowski does look good out there. Call, strike three, and a big breaking pitch. Caught the inside corner.
That was similar to the one that Casper gave up a little early on the last time. That one broke in a little more middle, but still great pitch. Especially when you're facing a guy that throws right and hits right. It's really tough to pick up that curveball.
Yeah. Timeout. Pambo Nicolotis is now up. We've run into some tough names this early part in the season, and a couple of them just kind of roll off your tongue, and
what was that one?
Pambo happens to be one of them.
Kobayashi, that was one rolled up.
Yeah, that was the other one. Kobayashi, who was the one I just struggled with that one night.
I forget what his name was.
Yeah, I want to forget. Pop up to short. Bradford makes the easy catch.
Fun
2 up, 2 down.
Waskevich last year. That was a fun one to say. Waskevich.
Yeah. Do you know, I think he's a former Lutheran grad. You'd never know it by the way his name is spelled, but Nick White Cheez-It.
Oh, I don't know.
You know Nick? Yeah. He's a former Crusader. I don't know if he still does, but the last I saw Nick, he was roofing my house.
Oh, really?
With Irish Roofing.
That I know. I know Irish Roofing. Jake Thomas, you know, he works for Irish Roofing.
Really? That's a good job for him.
Fun fact.
What's he doing next year?
He's going to UWGB. He's going to be a vendor at Lambeau.
Oh. Lutheran used to sponsor, I don't think they have now in the last bunch of years, but for a number of years, like 3 or 4, they sponsored a stand at Lambeau Field during the season. Line drive base hit by the number 9 hitter. Free S. Wyatt Warrow. Wyatt is 2 for 2 tonight.
It's too quick.
Scored the lone run.
Hasn't seen a whole ton of pitches in either at bat.
We're in the bottom of the 4th of a 7-inning game. Sheboygan on top 3-1. Sawyer Kolakowski on the hill for Sheboygan. He's pitched a very nice ball game. A lot of mistakes by the Orioles, allowing Sheboygan 3 runs so far.
And even the earned run was a mistake. Still, all 3 runs have come from the ball to the backstop.
Right. And a couple of those pitches were really bad. Of course, more than a couple should have been caught, too. 3-1. Sawyer rolled through the first 2 hitters with a strikeout and a pop to short. Now Lombard trying to get something going. And they have the 9 and 1. The 9th hitter got a hit with 2 outs, and the leadoff hitter drew a walk. So they have the tying runs on base. And Jordan Vasquez is up. Jordan is 0 for 1 with a walk. Second walk of the game for Sawyer.
I think he's got 4 strikeouts. 4, 5.
5, I got him for. Bouncing ball to deep short. Bradford goes across. What a play! Blaine Bradford deep in the hole at short and threw a BB across the diamond to get the batter Vasquez. And that ends the 4th inning for Lombard. Lombard, after 4 complete, Sheboygan on top, 3-1.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
Serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Getting ready to start the 5th inning. Sheboygan will send up their number 3 hitter, Harry Stelt. Harry having a tough night at the bat, 0 for 2. Made a really nice play at short. Kevin Pauley now on the mound for Lombard. Kevin Pauley.
57.
What I'd like to do, Lucas, is talk to Kalazzi and see what the problem was with, why he was missing so many pitches.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a feeling he's a better catcher than that.
I think it was kind of catching him off guard by the way he was catching. The fact that he kept going out there to talk to Lions.
Paulie's first pitch is in for a strike.
I'm sure once you get Lions line together, it'll be a real interesting one. Lions line. Yeah.
Harry grounds one to first, and making the easy play over there was Collie. 1 out in the top of the 5th. It brings up John Hadley. Pitching line for Kendall Lions, just like Lucas mentioned, it's a little bit on the strange side. Went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, only 1 was earned. He walked 5 and struck out 11.
So
is
when
that
you
right?
say, he's got the 2 unearned runs from today. Coming into today, he had given up 3 unearned runs. He had 0 earned. So he's given up 5 out of the 6 runs he's had are unearned.
Oh.
So, oh dear.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's right. 11 Ks in 4 innings.
How many walks did you say again?
5. Line drive is caught. Well, thank goodness Paulie's okay. Ball was scalded. Jacob Neese up.
Now, if the A's can get this one today, they can move that record against Lombard all time a little closer to 500.
Now, he walked 5 guys, but only one of the walks scored. But he hit one batter, and that guy scored.
Yep.
And one of the 2 hits scored. So a little mix there. Usually you think when you get a lot of walks, those are the runners that are scoring.
$13,
28.
14, yeah.
No balls and 2 strikes on Jacob. Paulie's pitch is up high.
A little bit better contact so far off Polly compared to Lyons. Stelton Hadley.
For Paulie, this is his 2nd appearance of the season. He, in that one appearance, he only pitched 1 inning. Gave up 2 earned runs. Swinging a foul at home plate. ERA sits at 18.
A little lower now.
Yep. A good fastball by Paulie. Gets Jacob, and that ends the Sheboygan 5th. When we come back for the bottom half of the inning, it'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters up for the Orioles.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend.
Charlie Parcell is stepping up to hit against Sawyer Kolakowski.
Kind of tricked Kolakowski the last time up with that nice bunt down that third base line.
It was a dandy. Really caught the defense off guard, that's for sure. Another pitch out of the strike zone. It's 2-0. Sheboygan on top. Scored 2 runs in the 2nd, and they've been able to keep the lead over the next several innings. Bouncing ball to first. Hadley gets it to his pitcher, Sawyer, who beats the runner to the bag. Good hustle by Sawyer. Good play. Right where he belongs, over at first base.
It looked like originally Hadley might have had a better shot at it, and then he kind of waited for it, which isn't the bad thing. You want to make sure you make the play. So all that matters is they got him out.
Yep. Ricky Colazzo having a tough night behind the plate and at the plate. Pitch is down low.
Yeah, definitely not playing up to the numbers so far today.
Yeah, Colazo came into the game hitting .364 with only one strikeout. He struck out twice tonight. Ball has popped up into left field, and it's going to drop for a fair ball. Long run for Cayley, and he just couldn't get there. Base hit.
He couldn't have hit it in a better spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on the line.
All you could hope for it was it bounce on the other side, which it did not. David Colley is up. Colley hit into a fielder's choice his last time to drive in the only run for Lombard. Give it to Bill. Show him that name. 0-2 pitch, 2-0 pitch, pardon me. One hopper over the knee, second out. First, out, double play, 4-6-3, and Sheboygan is out of the fifth inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Really sweet double play, Lucas, to end that fifth inning.
Yeah, I mean, what a shortstop Blaine Bradford has played. Normally you see great shortstop from Riley Palmquist, but Bradford's made a really nice, couple nice plays out there.
He's got a gun over there
yeah,
at
that's
shortstop.
For sure. Especially that jumping throw he made deep in the hole a few innings back.
Connor Lash is going to lead it off in the sixth for Sheboygan. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored.
Now, recently, the A's have really loved to score more runs than hits.
They've done it again tonight. I think they got a new pitcher again.
Oh, that's still 57.
It is? It is a 7? Okay. Yeah, you're right. Kevin Pauly still pitching for Lombard. Pauly had a 1-2-3 fifth.
Making his stats look a little better. That inning right there.
Right.
Sure, there aren't many pitchers that like to look at their stats and see an ERA above 10.
I wonder how the weather's playing into tonight's game, because Lombard they don't look very good, and I wonder if the weather's affecting them more than our guys.
Yeah, I mean, and they only got the one run. They got 7 hits and a few walks. It's haven't been able to cash in, and yeah, definitely defensively, I think it's affecting them in some way. With Colazo.
Yeah, 7 hits and 2 walks. That's 9 runners in only 5 innings. Good fastball by Pauly. Got it in for a strike. That ball is struck well out into right field, chasing the right fielder back. And it's out of here. A home run. Connor Lash with home run number 3 on the season. Oh boy, that's a she-boy goner.
I didn't think for 1 second until that ball went over the wall that was going to get out of here. That was a line drive, got out of here quick. Another great one by Connor Lash.
I was tracking the right fielder, and all of a sudden I saw him give up on it. And I was waiting for it to bounce off the fence. I thought it was going to hit the wall, but got out of here.
You were just saying about how the weather affected the game. I think that's right there, part of it.
Yeah, right. Hit it to the wind field. 4-1 Sheboygan. Cal Casper up. Cal walked and scored his last time.
And we were talking about earlier about how great all these catchers. How do you sit any one of these catchers for long periods of time? The way they've all been playing.
What you'd hope is that one of them can play another position, because you could start one at catcher, play another one at a different position, and then DH one. Get all 3 of them in the ball game.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about having the Harry at third. They can use Lash at DH.
They had a replay of the call I just made up here in the booth. It was pretty good. Casper draws another walk. That's a good man to have on base if you're a Sheboygan fan, because Cal can run. Blaine Bradford up. Blaine has a hit. And a couple of really nice plays at short. Good fastball by Pauly, and Bradford swings right through it.
I think it's a little bit different. Even if the A's do hold this lead, they'll still have to hit in the 7th because they are considered the road team tonight.
Pretty disappointed in you, Lucas.
Oh my goodness. We always find a way.
Yep. We'll maybe jump into this trivia question in the bottom of the 6th. Maybe, if we remember. Ball is struck well, but fouled. Out of play. It's like it got out of the ballpark. Bradford 2 for 7. Is that like 286? He's 1 for 6 there, but he's got a hit tonight.
2 for 7, yeah, 286, yeah.
Actually, it's 2 for 8 because he batted twice.
And 250.
250. Ball's popped up on the infield, and just in fair territory, the catch is made by Colley. 1 out. Casper still on first, and that takes us to Carter. Cayley is up. Carter was hit by a pitch and scored back in the 2nd and struck out in the 4th. See if Casper is running. Not on that pitch. Kenny Nazy still coaching third.
Still haven't figured out who's that first base coach, though. Definitely one of the A's players, but
yeah,
got the sweatshirt on over the jersey.
Cal jumps to a lead when the pitch is delivered, but he hasn't taken off yet. Not getting a real big lead at first. A big swing and a miss. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. There's 1 out. The run is in on the Connor Lash home run to right. You know, we talked about Connor. You didn't think it was out of here. I didn't think it was out of here. It didn't sound really good, but boy, the ball just carried.
Yeah. Put the ball in the air on a windy night, you never know what can happen. Especially, I talk about windy plays that hit a ball. Chicago, you're Cubs.
Yeah, right.
Wrigley Field is always never know where that ball is gonna land.
3-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count is full. See if Casper runs on the 3-2 pitch. There's only one out. Nope. And it's ball 4. Well, walks have been an issue for Lombard pitching tonight. We mentioned all the strikeouts that Lyons had, but in his 4 innings he walked 5. And now Paulie has walked 2, and he hasn't even pitched 2 innings yet. And Alex Ames is up. Alex has been walking like a man all night. 3 walks. And catches the outside corner. Strike 1. We're in the top of the 6th of a 7-inning game. Good stop that time by Kalazzi.
You're not wrong about Collazo. He does a lot better with balls in the dirt than he does with balls in the air.
Collazo, pardon me.
I know what you're saying.
Very subtle, Lucas. Very nice. Alex down on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sheboygan on top, 4-1. Another pitch in the dirt.
Hey, what a weird night for Ames. 3 walks. A lot of long at bats.
Right. Right back to Paulie. Throws to second for 1. Relay to first is in time. 1-4-3 double play, and that ends the Sheboygan 6th.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
So far in the ball game, line score, Sheboygan has 4 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. Lombard 1 run, 7 hits and 1 error. Leading off the 6th inning for the Orioles is Jackson Spring.
From the first time that we've seen Kolakowski last year compared to what he's at now, it's almost a completely different pitcher.
He certainly is. The main thing we talked about it is throwing strikes, and he's done that. Fly ball out to right field, and Ames makes the one-handed grab. 1 out in the 6th inning. Will Potter is up next.
He's got one of those 7 hits.
It's amazing how that 1 year of experience can play into your performance. First pitch is inside for a ball. Small crowd tonight on a nasty night, but they're seeing it a good ball game. Next pitch is a strike. It's 1-1.
They're rewarded with a Sheboygan honor.
Yeah, that was sweet. Don't give her a big head. There ain't allowed. The 3-1 pitch coming up. Ball is hit out into center field for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Potter, and that'll bring up Pombo Nicolotis. That's what I like about Bill. He's always got to be a little different. That's the problem. I thought we talked about this before the game, how we were going to say his name. And you agreed, and all of a sudden you're doing it different. Come on, you're throwing me off. Count is 0-2 to Pombo. Take care of that. We'll eschew the last name. Breaking ball is a little bit low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you think he goes to that curveball, the big breaker today, right now, Marty?
He's because he's been around the plate, you know, it plays better in the course of the game. Another bad throw. Allow the runner to go to second. Second error on a pickoff play by Sawyer.
You know, it's tough for him when he's going out of the stretch every time and throwing as fast as he does, and then it turned into a pickoff, and he's still throwing that hard. It makes it tough, especially if it's in the dirt for Hadley to pick a ball.
Right. Hadley's had a lot of those the games we saw here at Wildwood. There's a pop-up into the outfield. Ames coming in now, makes the grab. Strong throw to third. And he made it close, but Potter able to tag up and advance. But now there's 2 outs, and Cody Freitas is up. Cody is 1 for 2.
Yeah, if Sawyer could get out of this inning with no damage done, I think you got to send him back out there for that 7th.
I'm sure Tim will, ask him how do you feel and that kind of thing. And if he says fine, I would agree with you, Lucas.
And he's not really been someone to go deep in games like this, like we talked about earlier.
Oh, nice breaking pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. Got a runner on third, Potter, with 2 outs. And that pitch is out of the zone. And the runner scores on the wild pitch.
Was that 4 runs now, Marty? Scored on the ball to the backstop today?
Yeah, there's been a bunch of them. Unfortunately, now they have 1. Good effort by Cal. Just good speed at third helped Lombard get that run home before the tag could be made. Count is 3-2. There still are 2 outs, but a run is in. It's a 4-2 ball game. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the throwdown completes the strikeout. When we come back for the 7th, it'll be Walker, Stelt, and Hadley.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Alrighty, trivia time. This big lefty was the first pitcher to be awarded the most valuable pitcher in 1976.
Mike Martin.
That would never be me. Ooh. It's a big lefty. It wouldn't be Casper. This big lefty was the first pitcher to be awarded the most valuable pitcher, and that was way back in 1976. We'll give you that answer before the end of the half inning. We'll put that on bunt down the third base side, goes foul. Good idea by Gus. Any way to get on. He's a right-hander also. Forsterling. Left-hander. I was a left-hander. Rice was a left-hander.
That's why I said you.
Yeah,
Big lefties.
right. He didn't know that.
I knew that. I've watched you right. I would assume you threw with the same hand, but I don't, I guess.
Eat that way too.
I don't.
Actually, I eat with both hands. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Gus stepping out, gathering himself. Come on, Gus.
They said that bunt wasn't a bad way, you know, especially to get a little more confidence early in the year.
There's a roller out to cut off by the third baseman. His throw across is in time. Nice play by Nicolotis. And that brings up Harry Stelt.
Kind of a different kind of night for Harry, 0 for 3. You don't see him have many 0 fors.
No, and what was pretty shocking was him striking out his first 2 times up. I know Lyons was very good tonight,
definitely.
but still Harry's a good hitter. Ball was foul, hit off of Harry's leg. All right, let's go to back to that question. This big lefty was the first pitcher to be awarded the most valuable pitcher in 1976. The answer was Bob Sauger. Bill got it right. Way to go, Bill. Another pitch off the catcher's mitt. This one didn't matter. It was a ball. 3-1. We got it in, Lucas.
Yes.
It was late.
Last inning, but better late than never.
My last year with Sheboygan was in '75, and I played with Bob. He was a big guy, like I said in the question, and they threw him a lot. He threw a lot of innings. Good guy too. John Hadley up. Hadley looking for his first hit of the night. Sheboygan only has 3 in the game.
And 4 runs.
I was just going to say, you know, you're pretty astute in noticing we have more runs than hits.
It's weird. You don't see it very often, much less 2 of the last team's 3 games.
Pitch is a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Pardon me, 0-2. Ball hit hard, out in the right field. Harry will stop at second.
That's a big at-bat there for John Hadley. He'd been struggling, to say the least, early on in his A's career, but, you know, get that hit, late game, huge situation for him.
Nick Tenney coming in to run for Harry. Tenney running for Harry, has a good speed. Jacob Neese is up. Slow roller to third. Step and throw. What a play by Nicolotis. He stepped on third for the force out. Fired across to get Neese at first, and it's another double play for the Orioles. And after 6.5, Sheboygan on top, 4-2.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'll take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Defensive changes for Sheboygan, with Harry being pinch run for. Nick Tenney is going to stay in the ball game and go to right. The right fielder, Alex Ames, is going to come in and play second. And Jacob Neese is going to move from second over to third. Sawyer Kolakowski still on the mound. And he'll be facing the top of the Oriole order. Wyatt Warrow leading it off. Wyatt having a good game. 2 hits in 2 trips and a walk, and he scored a run. Got to get that boy out. Big breaking ball is out of the zone. Looked pretty good. Evens the count at 1-1. Kolakowski able to knock it down and make the play over to first. Almost looked like he just stuck his glove out and it was going to go in, but it didn't. It bounced away, but Sawyer, very quick out there, was able to make the play.
Yeah, if that ball doesn't hit him, more than likely that's a base hit too.
Yep.
That's
yeah.
right up the middle.
Would agree.
Great play by Sawyer.
Jordan Vasquez up. Jordan looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Sheboygan 2 outs away from a win.
38th in the series it would be.
Yep, 38th. Sheboygan
It would be.
is only 1 and 3 in state league play. If they can win all 3 games on the weekend,
Yeah.
They'd be 4 and 3. That'd
It's a
be
huge weekend, like you're talking about earlier.
yeah, right. And that pitch rode inside and hit Vasquez. He's going to go to first base, and Lombard brings the tying run to the plate in Charlie Parcell.
Yeah, it's not the top part of the order you want to be at, middle of the order, 3, 4, 5. Now, they haven't done a whole ton, just 1 hit between them, but a lot of good hitters for this Lombard lineup.
Exactly. Sawyer throws a strike to start the at-bat. Parcell 1 for 3. Singled back in the third. Ball is popped up into short right. Tenney coming on and makes the grab. Ricky Colazzo up.
Talked about earlier, he does have a home run on the year.
Don't say that.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Just when you're behaving so well, Lucas, go do that. Boy, even the other side of the press box is talking about you now.
I'm saying so it won't happen. He's got a home run on the year.
Pitch is out of the zone. 2-0 is the count.
You got to use the reverse psychology. He always hits
Even
home
Matty
runs.
is standing behind you going like this. So you're looking to throw the complete game. He's pitched a beauty here tonight. Hopefully he can complete the job. Another ball makes it 3-0.
Don't worry, Marty. The guy behind him also has a home run on the year.
Who?
Nothing.
There's a strike. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Sheboygan on top, 4-2. Looking for a big win over the Lombard Orioles, last year's state league champs. And Colazzo draws the walk. Now the tying run is on base, and David Colley is up. And Tim Moyer coming out. Got his unofficial winter coat on.
I was going to say bundled up as well.
Gonna talk to Weinog, see if we can get winter coats for the A's.
Good investment for the summer baseball league team.
Short visit by Tim.
You probably just tell him you got it, calm down. 1 more to go. Don't worry about the guys on base, I would assume. Something around those lines.
Colley is 0 for 3. Did get an RBI, grounding into a fielder's choice. First ball is hit. And a nice play by Ames over to Kolakowski for the out at first. Hadley went after it, couldn't get it. Nice play to end the ball game. Sheboygan a winner, 4-2 over the Lombard Orioles. That's an upset win for Sheboygan. A good win. Your observations about the game?
First of all, Kolakowski was incredible. Really set the tone for the A's pitching-wise. He didn't really give up a whole lot of runners on base. I know 8 hits, but it wasn't really a whole ton of traffic throughout the innings. Offensively, a little bit of a different story. They had 4 runs, again, just 4 hits. But hey, 4 runs is 4 runs again. May have come in weird ways, but a win's a win. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
All righty, line score, Sheboygan 4-4-2, Lombard 2-8-1. With the win, Sheboygan moves to 3 wins and 2 losses in the state league. They will play tomorrow at 2 o'clock against Kenosha right here. We'll have have that game live stream for you. We look forward to doing that. Again, Sheboygan a winner, 4-2. For my partner, Lucas Schulze, I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.